So I just had another spontaneous thought in this hike, and you know, it's not a secret that we autistics need to process things. We need to talk things out, otherwise it bottles up inside, and sometimes it's subconscious. And there are many times when I have to catch myself because I'm out walking around the neighborhood and my mind needs to process things that are going on. And so I call these soliloquies, and I have a chapter all about it in my first book, and I have a YouTube video that I made in 2020. But in short, I just got to talk things out. And usually I do it when I'm alone in my room and there's no other person around. But then when I'm out in the neighborhood and I have to talk things out, maybe something just happened, I ran into somebody and I have to process it afterward, or something that happened 20 years ago, whatever, I just have to talk things out. And when I do so, I must look like a failed ventriloquist. You know, you see my lips moving, and I know that sometimes when I'm out, there's no one else around, but there could be people looking out their windows or car windows that I don't see, and they're seeing me walk by, and my mouth is muttering something. And so that's another reason why I think people think that we're crazy, because we're talking to ourselves. No, not necessarily. We have to talk things out, and sometimes we don't realize where we are, and sometimes we don't realize that our lips are moving like a failed ventriloquist. So for example, I just ran into, at 3 separate times, students that I subbed for, and they're like, "Hey, Mr. Kenslow," and every time after I run into anyone, not just students, my mind just replays everything that was said, and I think, how could I say it better? And I analyze it, which is a burden, I know, but you know, if I don't catch myself, I could look like that I'm speaking to myself, and I'm not. I'm just going over what I say. And so when I catch myself, I force my mouth to be closed and I try to speak it out in my mind, but I can't. I feel like my mouth is duct taped. I feel like I can't breathe, and it's like I have to process it. And you know, people could say, well, you can wait till you get home. No, I can't always wait till I get home. I just gotta process it right then and there. But you know, I just try my best. But I'm hoping I'm spreading awareness insofar as teaching the world, you know, if you see us autistics do that, don't call us crazy. I just thought I'd say that. Maybe that might speak to someone, maybe that could educate people that see us walking around and just assume that we're, I'm not sure, drunkards. I sort of said this in my video I made a few years ago about tactile sensory overload. And sometimes when we undergo tactile sensory overload, or that of touch, you know, we could like flinch or something, and that could also cause people to think that we're mentally insane. But no, we're not. We're autistic.